A lot of times lately when I do videos on Facebook, it's like they snatch that shit. I was like, damn, can like 4 people like the shit first? The fuck? Anyways, hoping you guys are good on this Sunday. But like I said, I just something and I was like, yo, I want to share this because this is crazy. I have like a really crazy glare in my eyes. But right, I've been talking about how free radicals for me, like I'm realizing they are the basis for energy narcissism, um, energy vampirism, right? Because if you have an atom that is missing an electron, which an electron, right, will it rotates around the nucleus of the atom, like in this cloud, right? And if it's missing an electron, what will happen is that you will have another atom inside of your own body that will provide it, right? Because it's gonna do a scavenger hunt through your own body. So it's like this electron is like, oh, I'm imbalanced, I need an electron, and it's gonna steal it from the closest one, right? And now this one's like, I'm imbalanced, I need an electron, and you know what I'm saying? So then you've got war with yourself, and then you're holographically projecting from your cells. Hence why these people tend to be at war with their surroundings around them, because misery love company, right? Just eating, eating light. Now you come close enough, it's gonna begin to pull the atoms, the electrons, I'm sorry, from your body. Hence they are eating your light. Okay, so that's energy vampirism, broken down. You know what I'm saying? But what is so crazy is that I found myself looking into toxoplasmosis last night, right? So toxic plasma in the blood, toxoplasmosis, your blood is toxic, right? There's a particular parasite that you can get, but this comes from like milk products. It comes from sharing blunts with people. Shout out to Devin who let me know that this morning. I was like, holy shit, this is loose. But right, this is a particular parasite that when it gets into the cat shits it out and the rat eats it, and the rat becomes sexually attracted to the cat. If you're understanding like what that really means, it means that you, if you have been out here saying that you're like the good one, you know what I'm saying, the empath, and you've been in an empath narc relationship, you was basically letting everybody know that you participated in a body snatchers program. You was be body invasion of the body snatchers, okay? Because that quite naturally, right? Quite naturally, the rat is it comes standard. It comes standard with a system that it sees the cat and it's like, oh, that's not my stilo, right? But this parasite literally deactivates that and then lights up the part of the brain that is sexually attracted, and now instead of running from the cat, the rat is doing a striptease for the cat. So we've heard of things like a cat and mouse game. If this is something you're participating in any type of relationship, I need you to understand what is happening here. That's deep. That's deep as fuck. Like, and a lot of times in those relationships, there's such a strong magnetic pull. Like, there's a strong sexual attraction, right? You're like, what the fuck? Like, yo, it's the parasite. I ain't even like that motherfucker for real. That wasn't even me, y'all. Yo, this is loose. Okay. Um, I shared a video on my page the other day, and it showed how frequency changes matter, right? And whatever frequency they was blowing, this car door, that we know a car door is stiff, you feel me? But the car door was wavy. So it was showing how frequency can change matter. We understand things like the Maharishi effect. They drop yogis, right? These are people who are into their self-care so deep that quite possibly, okay, let me back up, right? The other day I said that there are 7 to the 10th power times 27 atoms in your body. And I found that out because I wanted to know how many atoms did it take them to make an atom bomb. You know what I'm saying? Because they made a bomb out of atoms and we got atoms. So I'm like, how many? They said that the splitting of one atom creates the same amount of energy as Hiroshima. Okay. What? I just said that the body is full of atoms. This is 7 with 27 zeros behind it. Okay, so you got like 32 trillion cells, and each cell has about 100 million atoms in each one. Are you fathoming what you are? Because that is down to its core energy and light and straight power and umpteenth Hiroshimas. So anytime if you're feeling powerless, I want you to think about that could not possibly be true. It would have to be an illusion. It would have to be. There's you are a walking atom bomb. Okay, but if we are not in homeostasis, right? I went through something like a little while ago, and it's like I could feel how toxic my mom was. Real shit. Like I could feel myself feeding on anger, on fear, on, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I will even observe myself doing this just for the lesson. Real shit. Like sometimes you got to make yourself a case study. You know what I'm saying? But what I found out was that when I'm in a space of overthinking, that's something I gotta do with my gut. That's not really my mind. That's my mind trying to compensate because something else is going on, and it's like it's just trying to do it what it do. Listen, you want to take your power back, it must start with you. It must start with your cells. Okay, um, there is no way around that shit. There's no way around that shit. It has to be balanced, and you have to make sure that you're not in an acidic state. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then these parasites, like parasites change the way you think. I'll never forget reading about a bird, and it's flying over the ocean, right? And the parasite just tell it kill yourself, and it just nosedive into the water. That's it. Parasites control the way you think. We know that, right? Because after like 5 hours, when you first start fasting, like 5 hours used to be the kick for me when I start to get kind of cranky, because it's the cells. It's the cells. They need to eat. They're used to eating by then. So now they sending signals to me. Hey yo, they done having a fucking mutiny in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, but that toxoplasmosis and a rat being sexually attracted to a cat, like I swear, like I felt like I broke down Stockholm syndrome to a cellular level. That's fucking insane when you think about it. That's really that's crazy. That's crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? If you find yourself in a situation where you're having cognitive dissonance, right? You got to split in your cells because quite naturally, consciously, you like, this shit don't make no sense, right? But for some reason, what you are making up in your mind as a decision, that's my list. That's my list from decision, thank you very much. Right? Which I'm thinking about from a decision with your mind is separate and apart from your actions. That is a split. What the fuck? What's happening here? You know what I'm saying? And I had to come to accountability for my own cognitive dissonance. You can't be saying this and doing this. That's why I told you the other day, boy, I got a download that should say, this is warfare. Can't be rocking back and forth like a porch chair. I was like, oh shit, you right. Bitch, I ain't rocking. This is where it is. Try to understand like where these behaviors are coming from and how it is linked to the cells. Like, yo, like we be thinking that this is all up here, and it's not. It has so much to do with the body. I saw somebody post something, and they said it's crazy how trauma is held in different parts of the body, and you'll figure that out when you bust a yoga pose and you just bust out crying. You feeling tight muscles sometimes? Toxoplasmosis. And this shit could be shared by Sharon Blunt. I can't speak with nobody no more. It's over. It's over. It's over. Like, yo, like, my mind is blown, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Take it, piggyback off of it, research, do what you want. But what, we talk about dimming our light and dimming ourselves, right? But you realize, like, you're doing that as a conscious choice, like your combination of your actions throughout the day, and so what your cells are producing holographically, like, yo, like, that's deep as fuck. What would it be like if every atom in your body had an electron? And it didn't have to scavenge itself or another person for energy. You would be a complete untapped resource. All the energy of the cosmos right within. You know, it's like we be teaching a lot of concepts, you know what I'm saying, reading a lot of concepts, all the powers inside, blah blah blah. Yes, but for somebody who is working under the program of a lack of self-worth, because usually that is like a neglect or an abandonment wound, right? um and this is why it even breaks down to like how some people move. Like, this is why some people, like, right after a relationship will boom jump right into another one, because they don't have no energy source of their own. They gotta find a supply. Like, see, if you understand these things, it'll break down in a way to where you won't be like, oh god, like, you know. No, like, understand that shit for real, so we can identify fucking mental illness from the get-go. That I'm kidding. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's deep. Are your what, like, now I'm gonna have to do it backwards. Like, what it, you know, same thing. I guess same thing, right? So we understand that on one end of the narc empath relationship, on the end, you could say codependent and narc. I mean, even though the narc is also codependent, but still, you are as well to allow that to happen, right? I was as well to allow it to happen. The issue is this, right? What is it that was in my cells, right, that was lacking? See, if we understand it and we work it down backwards, then we can actually, like I said, realize that we can control on the outside with the more control we have of the inside. You know what I'm saying? It's not about so much controlling another person, but it's the self-discipline of yourselves to realize frequency does change matter, mind over matter, and this is what I am looking to holographically play out in my external at this time. That shit is deep, y'all. The rat is sexually attracted. That's stupid. That's dumb. Like, really, when you think about it, like. And then the cat and mouse game, right? And you know that happens a lot with them type of people. Like, cat and mouse game. It's playing with its prey. The cat does not give a fuck about that rat. I need you to understand something, okay? But it might find it like cute for a minute. Like, oh, what the fuck? Let's try this right here. Here you are, full of toxoplasmosis. You don't even know you should run. You don't even know. You like, I'm right here. No. Let me cut myself some blood. Here, eat. The fuck? We need to get ourselves together, okay? Real shit. That is, we do that, then we're gonna Maharishi effect. You know what I'm saying? Like, because boom, I'm using. Say I get to the point, right? All my atoms are balanced, right? Then what happened with the Maharishi effect? They dropped these people in certain cities and watched as they changed the physical frequency around them. Look up Maharishi effect, okay? These people did 30 minutes a day of meditation, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon. But it's called transcendental meditation, and that's where you repeat a one-syllable word. The one that I like to use is now, because sometimes I'd get trapped in the past, and sometimes I was too worried about the future. Now, right now. So you just repeat now. You just sit there, right? And it creates this energy, right? This is all they did for a month. And then when they looked, car accident rates had dropped, suicide rates had dropped, unemployment rates had dropped, pollution got better. What would self-care do? When they keep saying you have to be a better you for a better society, are we really understanding what that means? Are we really understanding what it means when we say take our power back? Because now that I realize, right, that strong sexual attraction was based on a parasite invasion of the motherfucking body snatchers, I got it now. I know that that's an illusion. I know that it's not real. Smoke and mirrors. I keep telling you, all they have is manipulation and lies. Okay? We got the power. That shit. Think of it. Think of how many atoms in your body. And it just takes one to make an atom bomb. Alright? Love you guys. Peace. Facebook better not erase my motherfucking video this time.